I guess, Phil, first thing to start is what's it like to be back here after being gone for probably close to a decade, is it?
Well, yeah, I've graduated in 2000 and haven't been since. Well, I've been back for alumni weekends and golf tournaments and hockey schools. But to be back here as assistant coach, working with Casey Joan and Andy Joan, I'm very fortunate. I feel I'm part of a very unique group of coaches that has an opportunity to come back to their alma mater and be part of be an active part of the hockey program. So I'm very fortunate. Very happy also to be back here.
Having played here, was it kind of weird the first day you came back and you weren't in the locker room, but you were up here like in the executive offices? Was it a little strange feeling at all? Or?
Actually, the first, we're on the ice doing some skill work last week, and Casey was on the road and Andy was on the road. So I had the D-court to myself, and I just kind of looped once and just kind of looked up in the banners, and definitely so there's some history and great moments that came back through my mind. But it's a different hat that I'm wearing, but I'm excited to be an active member of the program again.
Now, do these guys know much about your career yet? Like, if any of these guys,
that's not a topic of discussion right now. It's their time. It's not about when I was here or what I did. That's in the past. It's their time now, and the development model that we have in place is to teach them, to help them get better from Sunday to Thursday, and then win games Friday and Saturday.
What's kind of your spot? I know, like in past coaching staffs, have always kind of had different duties with each guy. Do you have any specific things you're kind of in charge of, or are you guys all just kind of sharing everything, or
Well, as far as what we've got in place right now, and obviously that's going to change. What Casey has mentioned to me was I was going to run the D on the bench, and I think it's going to be some of a split power play. Casey's going to have his hands on everything, obviously, but I'll be a little bit more on the power play side of things and with the defenseman.
One of the things I was asking was, obviously, I'm sure you're glad to be back, where you went to school, but how tough was it to leave your other job, because you helped build that program up to they were in the NCAA tournament last year? Was that a tough thing to kind of say goodbye to all those guys that you'd work with over there?
Anytime that you move, and now with a young family of two, it's definitely difficult. To leave the actual program in Merrimack School, that wasn't something that we were anticipating. And granted, if I go back a few years, it was the same thing at Newman before we left Newman. Both of these moves were looking to buy a house and kind of settle down a little bit in that area. And it was the same thing for Merrimack. But Casey recruited me to come to Clarkson, and then we were really happy for him when he got the job. And it was one of those opportunities that I think you only have a few in your lifetime, and very fortunate that I'm here.
Yes, the last thing I was asking was, obviously, like you said, you've only been here once or twice before, but what did you notice as some of the major differences just around the campus or the town, or how much is kind of similar and how much has changed since you've been here as a player?
Well, it's funny, I was during the interview I came up and I was talking to Chris Bernard on the phone, and he's like, so what's going on? I was like, I'm driving up to Potsdam, and he goes, why? Well, I'm going to talk to a few people on campus and do a campus tour. And he just kind of chuckled. He's like, do they know that you played there? You were there for 4 years. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's I'll just go along. And once I got on campus, I could not believe all the changes that they've been doing over the last couple of years, and it's still going on. To be honest with you, I'll need to take a tour before giving tours to recruits, just to upgrade on the new changes like the campus center, the student center, and then